Hey there, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. And this is just going to be a small talk on the things you should dwell on. So, in life, as we know, there are many things that we dwell on a day-to-day basis, be it for months, for years, for some couple of days, for a matter of hours, or even decades. Some might say even millennia and centuries. So, it's really difficult to be dwelling on the wrong things. And that's why I wanted to touch on a few things in regards to that topic in this talk. So, as we know, we can't really control majority of the things that happen in our lives, be it certain bad stuff, misfortunes, losses, and so on. Whether that be financially, mentally, physically, emotionally, we can do things or we can take little steps into mitigating or downsizing the after effect that it might have on us or preventing it altogether. But ultimately, some things are just blatantly out of our control, and that's completely fine because you're not going to have everything, in the palm of your hand that you're going to be able to manipulate and control whenever and however you want. That's just not how life goes in most cases. So I'd like to touch on the things that what you should dwell on, and to kindly specify that, we will need to normally look at the things which you should not dwell on first and foremost, which are past mistakes, past heartbreaks, past misfortunes, past you know you know things that uh, have already been done, and there's nothing really you can do to fix it. So unfixable aspects, I guess, in that case, whether that be relationships that have gone south, um, careers that didn't work out, dreams that fell apart, you know, people or moments in your life that broke your heart. Uh, there's nothing we can do about that. That already happened. It's already set in stone in the past. It already affected you the way it did, and you grew from it. You learned from it. And that is the key factor in terms of the bad stuff that happened to you. In terms of dwelling on it, you should learn from it. You should better yourself from it. You should be more wiser the next time you encounter the same situation so that you won't fall into the same heartache, you won't fall into the same mistakes, and you won't, you know, be in that situation again where you're dwelling on past regrets and wondering what you could have done differently. So ultimately, you should better yourself, learn from it, and eventually grow as a human being. Develop your character and so on. Set your boundaries. Set what you stand for. Establish your beliefs in life, in yourself, in your relationships, and what you want, in your dreams, in your lifestyle, in your routines, and so on. Now, the things that I want to touch on in terms of the things you should dwell on, the things you should, carry with you, the things you should keep in your mind and your heart, aside from it being lessons, are the fruitful relationships that you have with your families, the fruitful relationships that you have with your friends, with your loved ones, with your coworkers, with your acquaintances that you have in your life, and the relationships that you have with God as well, and of course the things that motivate you, the things that drive you forward in life, the things that pushes you to work on yourself, to be better physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, and to overall, fulfill your calling or fulfill your purpose in this grand scheme of things that we call life, or this grand story that we call life, or game, or whatever you want to call it. You have to really carry those things because at the end of the day, we can't really, completely erase what happened. We can't completely, disregard whatever happened to us or what affected us and so on. So, what I wanted to touch on that is what you should dwell on is basically everything that happened in the past, but in a different light. So, you should normally take it in a matter of perspective. You should try to try to harness it or try to manifest it into something that's a little bit more productive rather than destructive. Rather than diminishing your health, try to work on your health rather than you know you know throwing away the dreams that you once thought you were going to make a reality. Try working on it once more in a different way or in a different angle or in a different point of view. In terms of the relationships, don't completely shut yourself off from you know building relationships and bonds with other people, because I believe that's a thing that can be quite beautiful. That's in some cases, or in most cases rather. So yeah, it's all about having the right perspective. It's all about having the right mindset, a positive mindset, productive mindset, rather than it being a destructive mindset. You know, things happen to us for a reason, and we can't really know why that or what that reason is or why it had to happen that way. But ultimate, sorry about that. Ultimately, it's used to make you grow every phase in life, no matter how bad, no matter you know, how daunting, how resentful it may be. It's ultimately there to make you grow. It's ultimately there to push you forward instead of backwards. And the only way we can really push forward despite whatever happens to us, bad, good, you know, it's ultimately up to our choices and it's ultimately up to our mindset and our perspective and how we see life. If we see life in a way where nothing really matters, if everything bad happens to me all the time, if nothing really works out, then why should I even try? If we have that type of mindset, then I'm sorry to say that, but I mean, I also thought this, or had this mindset once. And looking back at it now, if I had that mindset, then I might as well be good as, dead. If, if you're not gonna try, if you're not gonna wake up and continue on living, then what's the point, you know? Sorry about that. Yeah, the other part of the other side of, or the part of that is looking ahead and seeing that yes, you have to carry all of these burdens with you. You have to carry all of these lessons with you, not as a way to bring you down, not as a way to diminish your achievements, not as a way to diminish whatever you could achieve in the future, but to be a reminder of where you once were, and to be grateful of where you are now. Because in some way, shape, or form, or some way, in any way that we look at it, we are better. We've grown. We've become better people in any and every aspect because of the things that happened. And that is something that we should be grateful for. And we should be humbled by, because, you know, anything can be taken away from us in a snap of a finger. Because, as I mentioned, there are a lot of things out of our control, and sometimes that can be our luck as well. So, it's best to be grateful. It's best to be, looking ahead to the many or the multitude of great things that you can do, you'll be able to do in your life, and to look at the past as a reminder of being humble and being grateful. Ultimately, just having a positive mindset all around, with a sense of practicality as well, because we can't blindly be positive, because being positive and being blind will lead you to disappointment and will lead to discouragement. So, yeah, just be positive, just be practical, and try to find the perfect blend between the two and the perfect balance. And pretty sure, things are not going to be extravagantly well, extravagantly, awe-inspiring and this woohoo moment every single time, but it'll get a little bit better with every single day, and eventually you'll find yourself actually living instead of constantly being in the past. You'll find yourself actually being present in the moments that you have in life, be it at work, be it at school, be it with family, be it friends, be it with yourself, be it with God. You're gonna be in the present. And that's all we could ever ask for, because when we're in the present, we get to actually experience things for what they are and be grateful for them, truly be grateful for them. So, yeah, that's all for this stuff, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day ahead. And yeah, thanks for watching.